The Truth of Girls.
Hi everyone. You may have heard already 2 black men were murdered by police in the last week. One was Alton Sterling, who was already pinned to the ground and immobilized when they shot him at point blank range in the chest. And the other one was Philando Castile in Falcon Heights, Minnesota, who was, just murdered during a traffic stop. Pulled over for like a broken headlamp, asked to put his hands up, then asked for his license and registration. He tells the police he has a concealed carry permit and he has a gun on him, like legitimately. And somehow they end up just shooting him. Like he did absolutely nothing. Went to get his license and registration and they just shot him. So then yesterday comes the news that there is a sniper in Dallas shooting police officers. They say now 5 killed and 6 wounded. 3 suspects in custody and 1 dead. And one of the suspects apparently said to police that he wanted to kill white people. I mean, it seems pretty much like the shooting in Dallas is a reaction to the murders of Alton Sterling and Philando Castile. Okay, there's definitely like a really serious racism problem in the US. I'm sure we have a problem with racism here, but I don't think it's at the level of what you have in the US. I think it's really extreme in the US. I mean, there's some statistics that support that. I just want to show you this article from Vox. Killed by police during arrest by circumstances. Okay? And the proportion of black versus white versus Hispanic people who are killed by police during arrest. And in the US population, 13% are black. It says here 63% are white and 17% are Hispanic. Now, if you look at all victims who are killed by police, that proportion completely changes. You have 31% black, 52% white, 12% Hispanic. So you have way more black people being killed by police. And if you look at the breakdown of not attacking when killed, 39% for black, 46 white, 12 Hispanic. So way more black people are killed when they're not doing anything, not attacking, not posing a threat to police, versus white people. Not attacking when killed and not killed with rifle or shotgun, as in beaten to death, 42% black. They're only 13% of the population. How does it count for 42% of deaths at the hands of police being killed when you're not attacking and not even killed with a rifle or a shotgun, but like beaten to death or something else? 42% black. Okay, those numbers speak for themselves. Clearly, the police are racist. Like Diamond Reynolds was saying, like, she says they're not there to serve and protect the black community, the black people. They're there to assassinate them. Now, I know that this doesn't speak for all police, but when you look at the statistics, it must be incredibly terrifying to be a black person in America, because you never know when some crazy racist KKK policeman or woman is going to pull you over when you're doing nothing but driving your car, and you end up dead. I mean, look at Sandra Bland doing nothing. So many cases like this. It must be terrifying. Okay, now I know that some people say, oh, well, that's because they think that the black people are gang members. Okay, statistically, gang membership among black Americans or African Americans is 1 in 80. So that means that out of 80 people, 79 out of 80 are not affiliated with the gang. Okay, so the chance of anyone who's black being in a gang is very small. If you look at nationalgangcenter.gov, you look at some of the statistics for gang membership by race. Predominantly it's Hispanic and black, but there are more Hispanic or Latino gang members than there are black ones. So go back to these statistics here from the FBI and tell me why there's such a large proportion of black people being killed by police versus, like, look at the Hispanic is small. So it can't be because there are more black gang members. I mean, it's nothing to do with that. They're just racist against black people. Period. The racism in the police department is institutionalized, it's systemic, and it's actually encouraged because they engage in racial profiling. We have a lot of minorities in Montreal. We're like 50% visible minorities here on the island. And I thought to myself as I walked down the street, could I profile people like based on their race? The answer is no, absolutely not. I mean, if I see a black person on the street, for example, why would I judge him differently because of the color of his skin? Because he looks like anyone else in the way he's dressed. He's doing what everybody else is doing. So how can you then make an assumption about what kind of person he is? Some kind of negative assumption because of the color of his skin. It makes absolutely no sense. And yet that's what people do. That's what police do. Because you can be just a regular upstanding citizen just peacefully driving in your car, and the police will pull you over for a traffic stop and murder you. I'm really glad that Diamond Reynolds captured that on video and put it up. It's good when these things are filmed so that the police can't weasel out of it and make excuses. Because what really needs to happen is for those police to be held accountable. Accountable by law. Not a desk job, but a prison sentence. You know, with all these cameras around on the police and the citizens, people are policing each other and policing the police. And I would hope that if the police know that they cannot get away with these kind of things, that they will think twice before doing something like that. Things need to change, but you have a long road ahead of you because the racism in America is so deeply entrenched. So let me know what you think. Thanks for giving me a thumbs up. Thanks for listening to me, and I'll see you next time.